mentioned Philip Holmes' Let's Talk Religion channel before, and really I cannot recommend it highly enough. Despite being Christian, he manages to steer a much better path through Islam, avoiding the pitfalls of offending other Muslims than I do. Maybe I relish it, I don't know. He also has very good Arabic, near perfect pronunciation, which is so unlike me. Once again, I'm indebted to him for introducing me to Al-Shushtari. Whilst I'm very struck by Ibn Arabi, I've got to say I do have some issues with Ibn Arabi, coming from my heart rather than my head. Well, these concerns all appear to be answered by Al-Shushtari, not least as he seems to square my Islam with my Qajawan beliefs. In particular, they're concerned with those aspects of Qajawan that I believe to have come from Buddhism. In fact, I was nearly in tears to have come across another Muslim thinker who completely matches my own beliefs. Abu-al-Hasan Ali ben Abdallah al-Nuymari al-Shustari or al-Sustari was born in 1212 in Exfiliana near Guadix in Andalusia and died in 1269 in Damietta in Egypt, although his tomb was later moved to Cairo. Of course, he was born just a year before the defeat of the Al-Omad armies that took place in Navas de Tassola. And from that defeat began the decline of the Al-Omad power in Andalusia and the final conquest of the rest of the Andalusia, still attached to Islam. Although it did take 280 years before it was directly ruled by the Catholic monarchs. He was a Sufi Sheikh, philosopher and poet. I mean, he's best known for his poetry, which was designed to be sung, often using simple monorhymes to praise God, with everyday musical idiom. It was often sung in local languages known as Zajal, in particular in Andalusian, rather than classical Arabic, although he even mixed it within the same poem. He toured the Islamic world, often visiting marketplaces or souks as they're known, which of course would include taverns and brothels, singing his poetry. And this led to wide recognition beyond the hundreds of disciples of his known as the Shushtariyya brotherhood. He's even believed to have fought in the Crusades during the siege of Damietta in 1249 as a part of the Seventh Crusade. His use of local languages and dialects has ensured that many remain popular today. In fact, in North Africa, he's remembered for his poem A Little Sheikh in the Land of Meknes, a song which retains huge popularity to this day. I recall visiting Meknes. I mean, it was many years ago, but I only wish I'd been aware of this at that time. And it goes, Little Sheikh from Meknes wanders the souk and sings, what care have I for others? What care have I for me? What care have I, my friend, for the rest of creation? Do what's good and you'll be saved. Follow the people of truth, my son. Hold your tongue or be sincere. As can be seen, his poetry, well, this isn't particularly metaphorical, but his poetry does use a lot of metaphor to illustrate his Sufi ideas. He was in contact with the Sufi poet Al-Nadjim, born Israel al-Damashqi, whom he met in 1252. His poetry can be seen as addressing specific themes, those of love and attachment to the divine self, to the degree of annihilation and absence from the world, and the transition to the realm of the spiritual. The winery and the divine martyrdom, and the ruins of beloved Andalusia, his Andalusian home, and praising them. And one of his lovely poems, what happened to tell the priest who is inside the monastery, more joyful burning or a cup of wine? We slept for him, let him a fire that blazed. Oh, Corantiel, the dawn. I say, my friend, the fire ran out, the wave and hide and these going, as if it were a star. It would not have been standing. I was puzzled about this as I was about my matter, until I came and rolled over it. Glass, I do not know in which I do not know. In the truth of Christ have assured us what has perished. So he said to us, the wine of air, so keep my secret. His first trip to Algeria brought him into contact with monasteries and Sufi schools. And it was on this first trip that he came into contact with Ibn Surya in 1264, who exerted a profound influence on Persian thought and the rest of the Muslim world. His philosophy developed from his masters, especially the disciples of Shaba al-Din al-Hafs Umar Sharadawadi, the founder of the Sufi order, such as Ibn Sukara al-Shabati, but in particular Ibn Sab'in. Ibn Sab'in is noted for his non-dualist interpretation of Islam. Ibn Sab'in saw the world as a complete illusion, that there is only one God. In contrast to Ibn Arabi, who saw the world or dunya as relatively real, a reflection, if you like, of God. It's said that Al-Shushtari was on his way to meet the followers of Abu Maidin, and Ibu Sabin told him, if you're looking for paradise, go with Abu Maidan, but if you wish to approach the Lord of Paradise, then follow me. And he did, despite Ibu Sabin being a little bit younger than he. Ibu Sabin developed the concept of Wadat al-Mutlaqa, the absolute oneness, of which Al-Shushtari is associated. He argued for stripping bare not only the materialism and the ego, but also in terms of knowledge. In fact, he and his followers were later called withdrawal Sufis because of this. Ibn Salah was accused of heresy and banished, and Ibn Sabin's followers could have no better successor than Al-Shushtari, who remained faithful to his master's teachings. Indeed, his followers found him to be much easier to comprehend and easier to become devoted to than Ibn Sabin. And many rulers considered him more dangerous than Ibn Sabin, as his poems directly appealed to the common people. In later years he settled in Cairo, although continued wandering. But he and his followers joined the Shabi Sufi order, although it's far from clear that this marked a distinct split with Ibn Sabin. Al-Shushtari outlines a hierarchy of knowledge, which responds to the then growing epistemological debates between what might be called monotheistic Asherites or dualists, monoist inclined Sufis, and fully fledged monoist realizers or non-dualists. The difference between these three perspectives are in how each understands God's creation of existence, ijad, The Asherites, or the monotheists, or they are monotheists because they inhibit and atomize creation that exists by virtue of God's command. For them, God transcends creation, and creation provides the existence of a transcendent creator. In other words, something that is separate from us. Indeed, they seek proof of God within the world they inhabit. Whereas the Sufis are inclined towards monists, for whom God is the sole reality and for whom all else is non-existent. Adam. They begin by affirming the Asherite monotheism, but they acquire direct recognition of God through spiritual purification. They assert that the Creator provides the existence of creation, because the latter is an empty tent, sustained by divine command. Finally, the monist realizer maintains that nothing other than God exists. Having realised the truths that the theologians speculate about and that the Sufis begin to experience, the realisers can engage and affirm and refute both groups at their respective levels without committing to the cosmological doctrines of Asherism, the ontological categories of Ibn Sina's philosophy, or even the Sufi conception of the spiritual path to God. Indeed, the realizer returns to where he began, thereby rediscovering his pre-eternal station in God and completing the full circle of the journey to God. Upon completing the journey, the realizer proclaims that there is no journey to God in the first place, since he is the beginningless and the endless and cannot be arrived at. The realizer professes sheer divine oneness, Shahib al-Wata al-Mahada, and is directly aware of divine unity, Shahiyya Bahai, through God. He therefore explains that the rationalist Akil theologian completes 1/3 of the circle. The Sufi knower of God, Arif, completes 2/3, and the realizer completes the full circle, thereby returning to where he started and immersing himself back in society once more. The realizer therefore meets the rationalist, the Sufi knower of God, and the monotheist, Muhammad, at their own levels, assenting to the knowledge and experience of each one while critiquing them at the same time. So he would belong to all groups, but just moves across paradigms. And of course, at a much more simplistic level, this explains why I keep slipping back into what I call immaterialism, if only to explain my thoughts to dualists, while maintaining a belief in non-dualism. Therefore, Shushtari is describing levels of thoughts or a closeness to God, rather than being explicitly critical of other traditions. In his poetry, he often uses Christian imagery to describe the journey to God, and this builds on the concept of universal sainthood from Ibn Arabi. It was in Egypt that Al-Shushtari would visit Coptic monasteries, several Coptic monasteries in fact, and engage in dialogue with countless monks and expand his horizon through their mystical experience, something that made many reputed European historians compare him to St. Francis of Assisi. "And what is your beloved name?" I said, "Him." "There is no confusing the name of the beloved. Just understand me. Just understand me. My beloved encompasses all existence. He is visible in black and white, and in Christian and in Jew, and in their letters and their points. Just understand me. Just understand me. In the plants and the minerals, in the black and the white, in the pen and the ink." In fact, the celebrated medieval philosopher Raymond Lull a contemporary of Al-Shushtari, was influenced by his Zajal poems and his way of expressing passion. Al-Shushtari endorsed the Hellenic philosophy of Ibn Sab'in. God is the first cause from which all things proceed. The effects produced by God are necessary, while those produced by creatures are possible. Indeed, he saw himself as following a mystical tradition which included Hermes, Trismegistus, and Plato. Like me, he was very distrustful of authority, and despite claiming he was a jurist, he certainly turned down an opportunity to become a chief judge in Tripoli. Despite this, he was very well read in jurisprudence, and this reflected his wealthy background in Andalusia, where he had studied and excelled in jurisprudence. Indeed, he was really critical of the simplistic application of jurisprudence, rather than completely rejecting it. Perhaps this is best seen as he was critical of those using jurisprudence to demonstrate their devotion to and to judge others, rather than jurisprudence as a guide for the devoted. It's good to drink blood in the cells. Give me water, Nadjim. A wine that is forbidden to us. There is no wrongdoing or suspicions in it. It was emancipated from the world before Adam. Its origins are good and from good things. O jurist, and tell me, is it permissible to drink it at Arafat? Or is it permissible to perform tawaf and sayr with it, and feed and discard it with the wine? Ibn al-Jibr tells us that al-Shushtari wanted to join a tariqah, a Sufi order, but its sheikh told him that there was no way he could be a part of a tariqah unless he would give up his fancy clothes, dress in rags, and hold a tambourine and sing to praise Allah in the marketplace. And from then on, more than any Sufi, he practiced asceticism, stripping himself of all attachments, renouncing himself of materialism, indeed dedicating himself to the poor. We come to you in poverty, not riches, for you are the generous one. You are accustomed to every grace. May your grace endure. The poor dishevelled souls of yours are drenched in love, because it is in the utmost of desires. There is no one in richness like you, and in poverty there are none of us. We see you manifest in everything. Nothing is ours. I hide your name out of jealousy. Look at me, lost on a mountain trail and a slope, since you are always with me. I have no need to carry provisions, for I am rich. For you are the truth. There is no other. And I, who that I knew, who am I? He is therefore sometimes referred to as the Buddha of Andalusia. Indeed, he always took on the perspective of the common people, shunning those in authority, believing the common people to be closer to God and purer than their leaders. A critique of both temporal and religious leaders.